Welcome to my Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Oh, welcome to my Asshole Podcast. It is Sunday. You know what we got for the Sunday show? Every day, all day, every week, baby. It's good to have you back on the show, Rig 4. How has the week been?
It's good to be back. Always looking forward to this. Yeah, the week has been a week, talking with people, trying to help as many people as possible. It can be a rough business being an entrepreneur, which we both know, but we still show up ready for your guys' videos, for your scenarios, helping you guys out, sharing exactly what it is we think, whatever the case may be. So glad to be here.
Yeah, man.
Another action-packed episode coming up.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I have been listening to the community a little bit, and you guys want us to do more scenarios than videos. It's so weird. I can't make you niggas happy, bro. I swear to God. It's like when we first started doing the videos, we only did like a few videos. We didn't do a whole lot, and we did more scenarios because we had a thread in there too. And then they're like, more videos. I'm like, all right, cool. So then we do more videos, and then, we do a little less scenarios, and now they're like, more scenarios, less videos. And I'm like, all right, man, what the fuck y'all want, bro? Like, so hopefully this show will be able to do a good little mix of videos and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully we don't get fucking canceled because your boy is speaking all the facts and they don't like that. And I've been getting censored. They've been taking my shit down and blocking it and, doing all this stuff. It's crazy to me. It's wild. We were talking about it before the show started. And, I wanted to come on here and just, let you guys know that it's crazy to me that you can come on here on this platform and whatever platform it is, and you can speak straight facts. But what I've noticed is if it's speaking anything bad about women, apparently that's hate speech.
Apparently so.
It's kind of crazy, man. It's wild. It's wild to me. And you guys know, I have receipts. I have receipts. I can show you guys straight receipts. Okay. There are no caps in lay raps. All right. So our video got removed for hate speech. And you want to know why? It's because your boy was spitting straight facts about why the whole it's not all men, but it's always a man thing. I debunked it. And I didn't sit here and just be like, oh, women are bad and they're evil and nah, bro. I wasn't just talking shit. I had videos. I had empirical evidence as far as papers, research, all that stuff. I gave you names, statistics, all that shit, man. And apparently, hey, they don't like the truth, bro. They don't like the truth. So it is what it is. We're going to get into today's episode, though. We got our first video. This one was sent in by you. I don't know what this is about, but that bitch looked crazy.
Yeah, this is just a good example of you. I think a lot of men think being like nice, a good man, they kind of get it misconstrued with the idea that they have to be perfect and, much like last episode, do whatever it takes to make their queen happy. And
oh yeah, like the dude on the collar.
Yeah,
in the collab video.
This is a prime example of that not being true at all, and women not knowing what the fuck they want. So this is why I sent it in. I think a lot of the time, like I said, people just get it misconstrued and don't understand what's going on, and then you end up too nice, and then you end up like this girl's fucking husband.
Been married for 11 years. We're getting a divorce.
When did you initiate the divorce?
I didn't. He did.
Oh, he's divorcing you. Okay. When did he initiate the divorce?
In December.
So 6 months ago?
Yep.
How long have you been separated?
6 months.
I'm a bit confused here. Your current relationship, though, how did you meet him?
Work.
Ah, interesting. So to be clear, you got a divorce 6 months ago. You've been separated 6 months ago. You've been in a relationship for 6 months. Were you cheating on your husband?
Yes.
Can Inspector Gadget over here and Sherlock Holmes shit.
Connected, eh?
Which one of you was the breadwinner?
He was.
You guys were living together?
Yep.
Did he kick you out?
Yep.
And then you
Good.
went to the affair partner's house immediately. So the marriage was otherwise good, you said.
Yeah.
He treated you well?
Yep.
There's no abuse?
No.
Why did you cheat?
Got boring.
You were bored.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, you're not exactly bound full of charisma yourself, but
I know.
how does that make you feel?
I don't know.
Which one has the bigger?
The new guy.
That's why she's not bored with the new one.
Oh, bro. I don't know. You want to take it away, Rick? For
Yeah, I mean, it's like we said. It's like we said.
like at this point, dude, I am so tired of being vindicated. It's insanity.
You
Like,
you try to tell men like, dude, you don't have to be doing this whole
God.
tap dancing gesture, keep your queen happy bullshit because they just get bored and like, yeah, well, bigger wiener, easy. It doesn't matter how long we were married for, I was just in the pocket waiting for a bigger wiener to come around. So it's like, the idea, we say it on the show all the time, you got to just be that dude or you're going to get cheated on. It's easy.
yeah,
Writes
man.
itself.
Dude, like, look, it's one of those things where, like, I say it all the time. Like, you can be the greatest guy, you can be the best, you can give her everything that she wants and needs and this and that, and she's just not gonna be happy.
Yeah.
She's never gonna be happy. And I hate that that's the fact, and the women that are able to be happy with that, kudos to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kudos to them 1000%, because it's like, thank God. That is like, you know how they say, oh, a real man would be X, Y, and Z? I think that is what a real woman is. That's a real woman. That right there, that's not a real woman.
Yeah.
Like, fuck out of here. And that's what I'm saying, though. It's just like, for me, I look at it like, dude, as a guy, it always rings true. No matter how many videos, no matter how many scenarios I say it in, you have to be the same guy whether she's in your life or not, bro.
Yeah. Yes.
I always continue to say it, and I'm going to continue to say it. And I'm going to show you a video again of the reason exactly why you should be that. And it's going to continue to further illustrate that, because the thing is a lot of dudes, they will, give a woman everything, and then they just crash out and go crazy and this and that. And it's just like, dude, you have to be, you got to be on your shit regardless if the girl is, wants to be in your life or not.
And yeah, there's a good explanation for it where the idea is a lot of men will say, well, how am I supposed to act with women? And it's like, well, we keep bringing up the whole work job kind of scenario where it should be more like that versus the idea of right now what tends to end up happening, especially in that scenario where she just got bored. It was essentially you followed her around and you just started giving her shit for no fucking reason. Didn't make her earn it. She didn't feel like she was in a position where she had to prove herself to be where she was getting what she was, and that's why she got bored, i.e. those people that show up to work and get paid to do fucking nothing, they keep showing up to work because like, I don't fucking have to do anything, dude.
Yeah.
And then they don't appreciate the job. They talk to their boss, however, because it's like, dude, I just get paid to be hot. Like, I don't care. But like the people that understand, like, dude, I got to work and like put in effort to get my paycheck and move up or whatever, like dreams, aspirations, all that sort of business. They understand that there's a give and a take, right? And what happens a lot of time is men don't understand that in order to be that guy, there's got to be a give and a take relationship, or else she's just going to get bored and leave. As well as if you're paying her just to show up to fucking work, you're going to be burnt in the end because you're like, well, if she doesn't want to show up to work anymore, you don't have anything else to offer because she's never had to offer you anything, So that's what we're getting at.
Yeah, because the reason why I say that I am vindicated on the whole, you have to be that guy no matter if she wants to be in your life or not, is because I guarantee you this is what happened in their marriage. He was that guy, right? He was that guy that, he was a go-getter, he was a striver, he was this, he was that, boom, 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 boom. And then she started changing him. Oh, I don't think you should do that. You should do this. Oh, no, I don't think you should be like that. You should be like this. Oh, I think that, we should do that and not this. And she got to a point where she was like, bro, I'm just bullying this dude around. Yeah. Like I'm the man of the relationship. Like I genuinely feel that's how she was looking at it, and that's why she could not respect him anymore. And that's why the other dude with the bigger penis is out here just fucking ramming her shit, because I guarantee you for him, he's just like, bitch, shut up. We ain't doing none of that stuff. And that I think I had a video of illustrating that. I might not, but it's those videos where the dude there, it shows one guy and he's like, oh my God, I love you and I'll give you everything and I'll buy you whatever. And then it shows another guy and he's just like, bitch, come on, hurry up, let's fucking go. You know what I mean? And a lot of people will kind of sit there and they will take away from that video of like, oh yeah, why do girls want assholes? Why do girls want dudes that are dicks and whatnot? And the thing is because that dude doesn't change for her.
Yeah.
He doesn't he's not being a bitch. He's looking at it like, nah, bro, I am who I am and I'm not changing for you. You got with me because I am who I am.
Yeah.
You didn't get with me because you can easily change and sway me. And that's what I mean is you need to be that guy, whether she's in your life or not. So you don't change regardless.
Yeah.
If she wants to leave, cool, bye. I'm still going to be that same motherfucker. And that's what I'm saying is like, that always fucking rings true no matter what.
Yeah.
It rings true. You need to be that guy no matter what. You need to be the guy of I am who I am, whether she's in my life or not. Doesn't matter. She doesn't change me at all. If you're the type of guy that goes to the gym 5 days a week and she's like, oh, we'll just skip a day, you tell her no. Yeah. No, bitch, I'm going to the gym. Shut up. Like,
and to that point where it's like, she did not go out and like, oh, is your dick bigger than my husband's? And like, let's compare.
Facts.
Right? He exuberated that attribute through his actions. You know what I mean? With the idea of like, he had that overwhelming confidence. He realized, or he expressed that he was not to be changed by a woman. She felt that and was like, you know what? There's a spark here. I got to figure out what that spark is. And then,
100%.
He was like, oh, she was like, oh, it comes with a bigger penis. Perfect. Like, I don't got to worry about fucking.
No, I think the bigger penis thing is just perceived. It's
true.
It's perceived.
That could also be it, right?
Yeah, like it's not. I guarantee you, homie is not actually bigger. It's just she perceives it that way because. Okay, let me tell you. Let me ask you this: when a woman is like fed up or mad with her dude, what is the first thing that she attacks on his body?
Small wiener. Yeah.
Exactly. Easy. And so she probably, because her husband was being a bitch, being able to be changed, and she was leading the relationship, she felt like, oh yeah, anything I say to this dude, he just okay, yeah, sure, no, okay, yeah, whatever you want, babe. And she just looked at it like, I can't respect this.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? You know what I mean? And so she's like, yeah, nah, dude's got small dick energy. And she goes to this dude, like you explained, he's like, nah, bitch, shut up. And I think she perceives it as a bigger dick.
Yeah. That's true. You know, it's hard to tell because we're not her. And,
of course.
But like, yeah, the point still stands.
Most of the time, that's what it is. It's perceived.
Right. And that's what we're getting at is like, she had no way of knowing beforehand. She just felt the energy. It was like, yes.
Exactly.
Perfect. So,
exactly.
And that's what I was just getting at is the idea of like, don't, like, a lot of men are like confused, like, oh, I need to have a bigger penis or I need to be a bigger muscle. So it's like, no, it's all perception is really what it is.
Yeah. All right. And then I'm going to show this video again. This is going to further illustrate why it is that you need to be that man, whether she's in your life or not. You don't let a woman change who you are just because you guys broke up, All right. crazy. Like, bro, doing all that, going to jail over vandalism.
And
Like,
I guarantee he wouldn't be in that situation if he had piles of money around him. If he was driving like a Lamborghini.
but see, the thing
a
is,
McLaren.
I'm sure he was driving a nice BMW. If you
Not nice enough.
No, probably not nice enough. But
Not
the
nice
thing
enough.
is like, bro, this is why we illustrate it all the time, man. This further proves, like, a lot of dudes do this. A lot of dudes crash out and they cry and get upset and do erratic things. And, you know, they break shit, destroy stuff, hurt people. It's like, dude, it's never that serious, my guy. It's never that serious, my guy. I'm telling you. All right. I wanted to get your take on this. I thought it was fake. Okay, I thought this was fake. I looked into it, and it's 100% real. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Why is this even a thing? All right.
Yes, my twins have different dads. One of the twins' dad is my husband. The other twins' dad is my husband's dad. Both their name is Mark. I'm not going to keep explaining that shit to y'all. So, yes, one of my daughter, her grandpa is her dad.
That's crazy.
Yes, my daughters are cousins. Yes, they're sisters. My husband and my daughter, who's by his dad, that's his sister and his daughter, technically, because he claims both of them. He claims both of them as his own. If you let him tell it, he said he's just both his kids. He don't look at them no different. Yes, he claims both of them. Y'all ask, you say, is they identical? Because y'all said they look just alike. So, no, technically they're not identical. Because in order to be identical twins, they have to have one egg that splits. They was two eggs that kind of went their own separate ways and was fertilized during, the same time frame. And I just end up having to get pregnant with twins. Okay, what other questions y'all was asking me? Yes, how do they look alike? Now, they look alike because they're fucking sisters. They're still sisters at the end of the day. And their dad, their dad and his dad look alike. So it's still damn near the same damn eggs, the same seeds, the same eggs. So y'all gotta do 2 + 2, make y'all's math equal whatever the fuck y'all want to make it equal. But all
right, man, your stupidity is getting to me. What do you think about that, Rick Ford?
So did she sleep with both the man and the dad?
Yes. So she slept with her man. He nutted in her, and then she slept with the dad, and then he nutted in her, and so then 2 sperms, one her husband's and one her husband's dad, went into the same egg, had twins, and biologically one is her husband's and one is her husband's dad.
That's insane.
It is. I'm like, how in the hell do you think like that's just cool? Like that's just okay?
Yeah, that's like I'm trying to wrap my mind around it biologically before I'm like, all right, this bitch is trifling. You know what I mean? She fucking. Unless like the husband and dad were cool with it, which I doubt they were.
Oh, 100%.
But it's like, what the fuck are y'all doing out here? You know?
I don't know, man.
I'm just so confused by that because it's like, you know, Jesus Christ, that made my head hurt.
And I just don't get it. I'm like, what made you feel the need to go sleep with his dad? Like, okay, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Let's say homeboy was, you know, her husband was being an asshole or was talking to other bitches and doing all this other crap. You know what I mean? Let's say he was just being a bad dude, right? Why would that then give you the justification to sleep with his dad?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
think that's like a very womanly thing. You know what I mean? Like, men don't go like, oh, this bitch cheated, so I'm going to go fuck her mom or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that's such a womanly response to like, yeah, I'm going to fuck someone else close to you, so that way I can like get revenge and stuff like that. You
Yeah,
know?
I don't know. At the same time, dudes do be saying, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck your friends," because they're mad.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's accurate.
Yeah.
But that's friends, you know. That's different. That's not
Oh,
like
true.
relatives. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
no, I've heard dudes say like, "Yeah, I'll go fuck your cousin" or something like that. So I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't hear it as often though.
I think the men that do that are mad female. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie to you. That's a very
Yeah.
female like tendency to
Yeah.
do some shit like that. Like the fact that you need to be that vindictive. Like I don't think the idea of revenge and all that kind of stuff. I think that's a very like feminine trait.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like women do that shit. The reason being is because as men we can fight.
Yeah.
If I got a problem with you, you know, and stuff like that, it's especially if I have a problem with another man or something. Now, if I have a problem with my like wife or whatever, and I'm like upset her, I'm not saying you should fight her. I'm not saying that.
Dang
but
it.
what I'm saying is that the thing is for men, like we're able to just get over it. You know what I mean? We're able to like move on and just be like, it is what it is and this and that. But for some reason, dudes are so feminine and they're so like in their feelings about, oh my God, oh, she cheated on me. I want to get revenge. I want to get back at her so bad. And I'm just like, dude, if you saw how you looked, you know, that this whole revenge idea on you, it looks mad feminine, bro.
Yeah.
It looks mad feminine. Because a lot of the dudes, a lot of the most masculine men that I know, they would look at it like, oh, bitch, you cheat on me? Cool, bye.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. On to the next.
Really?
They'd cut and move, bro. And I look at that being more masculine than you sitting here, oh, I'm going to fuck your friends. Oh, I'm going to do that. Like, I just see that as just mad feminine, dude.
Yeah, I just feel like you got not much going on for your life if you feel like you have time for revenge. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Because if you're like a true go-getter or like all about your money, whatever the case may be, there's other things in your life that you got to prioritize, and now you have more free time because that fucking woman's not in your life doing stupid shit. So
Yeah.
it's like, for me, you know, that I would say that's more so a blessing to have a woman removed from your life that's awful to you, so that way you can then focus on trying to build more money and more experience for yourself. Like we've been saying, you got to be that guy whether she's in your life or not. And proof that you're not that kind of guy when she exits your life, you start doing revenge or driving through malls or screaming or whatever the fucking case may be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like, dude, you cannot let a woman have that much power over you. You just can't, bro. I don't know why dudes do. Well, I do know why dudes do. I should not say that. Just because you got to understand, for men, they look at it like, oh, I put so much into her. You know, because men have to put so much on the table just to get a girl to go on a date with them. You know, they feel like it's kind of like investing. You know, say if you invested $1 million in a business and it failed, you would have such deep emotional ties. Like, what the fuck? Oh, hell no. Like, what is going on? Like, I put so much money into this. And you know, and I think that's how dudes kind of feel about women, is they look at it like, I put so much into this, and like, this is how you're gonna treat me. And it's just like, dude, you gotta just take the L and move, bro. Like, every dude is taking an L.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every dude is gonna take that L regardless, and you just gotta be that dude whether she's in there or not.
And like I've said before on the show, the idea that if you get mad that money leaves you rather quickly, it's because one, you feel like you put in a lot of effort to get that money, and two, it's because you don't have the skills to get that money back just as quick or quicker, right? And it's the same thing with women, where it's like, you're like, I won't have another opportunity like this because you don't have the skills, the finesse, the aura, the whatever you want to call it, to get women, like another woman back in that position, you know? And that's really what it just all boils down to, is the idea of like, if you feel like a loss is super strong or heavy in your life, it's because whatever it is you feel like cannot be replaced, right? And there are some instances where that's real, i.e. having like mothers, parents, family members, but like money, women, like personal items are not those kind of things you should be that upset about, right?
Yeah, man. All right, This next one, I don't know if this was an old video or not. I don't know. This was my first time seeing it when I did see it. So I want to get your take on this, and you guys at home as well. So let's get into it.
So the ring that's on your finger right now,
Yes.
we've seen on your social media,
Yes.
is that an engagement ring?
It's a promise ring. It's a forever ring. I'm not engaged. I just have a forever friend. A forever?
Have I ever met this friend?
No. They're out of state. They're out of town. They don't live here.
What the like?
Can I ask a question? What do you and this forever friend do when you are visiting this person out of state?
We be great friends. We're together. We're together. When that's my man when I'm with him when we're out of state.
Like, are you intimate?
Yes.
Oh man. So you are cheating on me?
No. I'm not cheating. That's another world. That's another state. That's another friend. That's not even here what we're doing.
Okay, hold on. Your reasoning is once you cross state lines, it's not cheating.
No. That has nothing
So
to
why
do.
you never told me or?
What tell you what?
Okay, Dee, I gotta say, I'm having a little trouble, centering myself with everything we just heard here, right? So, you are dealing with somebody else.
I have a strong connection with someone.
With someone else that lives somewhere else.
Yes.
Okay, but you are also in a relationship with Terrell here.
Yes.
So has this good friend, have they met your family? No.
Is it?
They're out of town.
I mean, the whole entire reason why Terrell called us here, right, is to figure out why he hasn't met your family, why he's essentially been hidden.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't believe this right now.
So the ring that's on your
You can't believe this. Bro, he can't believe this. I couldn't believe it when I read it. I was like, yo, how in the hell do you justify that? Because if the shoe was on the other foot and this nigga was like, oh yeah, I'm fucking Tammy, but just because she in the next state, it don't count, bruh. Like, bruh, she would be crashing out. Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean,
that's crazy.
ain't nothing really surprised me anymore with this kind of shit. It's just
Yeah.
she got this whole engagement ring on her finger, talking about my forever friend.
Yeah, and that's wild.
Yeah.
That
It's
you're over here like, oh, this is a forever ring.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, wait, hold up. Like, no.
Promising what?
That's what I'm saying.
Promising what?
What are we promising here? Because I promise you, if I see that nigga, it's on site. like, what are we doing, bro? And then you're wearing that shit? Because I would have thought, I don't know why the ring wasn't something he brought up like before.
True.
Because think about it. Say your girl said, oh yeah, I gotta go, or your wife goes out and she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go, to another state, whatever, to see her family, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, all right, cool, whatever. She comes back and she has a ring on her finger. That wouldn't be like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, like, nigga, you waited until this to question the ring?
Yeah.
Like, were you just Ray Charles up in this bitch because the coochie was good? Or, like, what the fuck was going on?
All I'm saying is he might want to get a best friend that's, one like the old reliable that we got stored away in the videos,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He needs a best friend like that. While she doing her whatever the fuck with her forever friend, he just needs a best friend that when he sees her, it's like this.
Damn, this is him right here. This is him.
Oh my gosh, she's here.
This
is him. POV right here. That's his legs. Like, bruh.
Hey.
And that's her and her forever friend.
Yep.
Sure.
Cooked, bro.
Yeah.
Cooked. We keep that video around because y'all niggas, y'all need a visual, bro, of like, that's what your girl is doing behind your back.
Yeah, with
that
her forever friend.
Yes, that is what your girl is doing with her guy friend. That is how she acts around her dude friend or this guy. Oh, don't worry about him or the co-worker or all that. That is the visual representation. That's why we look at it like, bro, if she's hell-bent on having this male friend, if she's hell-bent on doing all this, cool, bro. Cool. I'm good. I'm done then. I'm out. Peace and chicken grease. You guys can go be happy together. Because, again, I always say it, and it rings true a lot. And not every time has it rung true, okay? But it's rung true majority of the time. When I tell a dude, I'm like, hey, man, look, you know, I would break up with her, bro. Just because it's like, for one, have respect for yourself. Because if the scenarios were reversed, she would have respect for herself and she would leave.
Facts.
All right?
That's facts.
So you need to have respect for yourself and you need to leave, bro. I know it's going to be hard and I get it's going to be tough, but you got to leave, bro. And then he leaves, and almost all the time, almost every time, she's dating the guy that he told her not to worry about.
100%.
They're together the next week, or they've already kind of been dating. You know, she just does the whole soft launch thing.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
Just like in the video we showed earlier, where as soon as she was kicked out, went right to his house. So.
Yep.
She only got caught, and that's the only reason why, like, she got kicked out, had to go to his house.
Oh, 100%.
But I'm pretty sure if she could balance the two, she'd been like, yay!
No. 100%.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to show you 4 videos, okay? 4 videos, 4 different women talking about the same thing. And I want to see kind of what you get out of these 4 videos or what you think of them, all right? So we're going to show our first one.
Question, and I know the fuglies are going to get offended, but, like, are there hot guys out there? Like, for the girls, are you guys seeing hot guys in the wild, outside, at night, anywhere? Because unless I'm literally going to all the wrong places, which I don't think I am, I cannot remember the last time I saw a man that was attractive. Like, if someone, even 5 people in this comment disagree with me, that is hopeful, but there's no hope. Genuine question.
Okay,
Excellent.
our first video, okay?
Excellent, yeah.
Okay, and then we're going to show our second one here.
On the topic of men absolutely refusing to even at least try and be attractive, I've been reading a lot of fantasy, and the men that are written in these books, the characters, they are sculpted by Zeus himself. They are shredded, sculpted, fit, attractive, chiseled, and on top of that, loyal as fuck. Yeah, they don't make y'all like that in real life, apparently. It just boggles my mind that you guys have every opportunity to look good, and no one's telling you that, oh, you need to go get your eyebrows threaded, get a nose job and filler. No one's telling you to do all that. But why can't y'all prioritize your looks a little bit? Okay, like, why are all of y'all so chopped? Like,
okay, I'm not gonna play her whole video, it's too long, and I don't want to hear her talk. All right, and then we're gonna play this third one. Okay,
we need to talk
all
about the ratio of attractive to unattractive people in San Diego, specifically males. Because when I'm on Hinge, like, what the fuck? There is maybe one remotely semi-attractive man like every 75 swipes. When I'm in public, like in real life, I never see one attractive male, maybe like once a year. But bad bitches, I see plenty of bad bitches. Like, is there just excess ugly men in San Diego and attractive women? Are there any cities in the U.S. that have more attractive males? Because if there is, let me know, because I'll be moving there ASAP. We need to talk about the...
All right. Then we'll show the last video.
Can we all agree on one thing, guys, and that is that there are so many more hot women in this world than there are men, respectfully. But, like, I was... like scrolling through Hinge the other day, and I was like, fuck me.
I know, I just like,
it's going to be so hard for me to find a husband. Yeah. And yet then I like look on my brother's Hinge, and it's just like hot girl, hot girl, hot girl, hot girl, hot girl. Like, girls, we're crushing it. Boys, up your game. You suck.
All right, so of those 4 videos, Rig 4, what did you take out of those 4 videos?
It's funny too, the irony, right? Especially this last fucking lady, dude. the comment section is great for this video. I just don't get it, right? Obviously, okay, so the idea is, yeah, I could see it, right? The women are upset that I guess there's not more hot guys out there. Cool, we understand, we totally get it. But why are these women of all people talking as if they're the baddest thing out there, or whatever the case may be? You know, like, for myself, you just fucking go out and find people wherever the fuck they're at. You know, it's like, it is what it is. You know, like, that was like my thought back when I was like dating and shit like that. And so I just think it's, I don't even know what you call it, right? There's just a level of stupidity out there where women are like, oh yeah, dude, it's only chop men out there, like, whatever. Because you see in the comments women agreeing, like, yeah, I can't find hot dudes. And it's like, well, one, you yourself are probably not that attractive. Two, you're probably looking in the wrong spots. And three, when did we get so, like, vain, you know? Like, the whole idea of, like, you know, whatever.
Well, I think women look for looks more nowadays because they have their own money, they have their own education, they have their own. It's like what men, you know, provide to them, if you will. They feel as if, oh, I can do that myself. I can get that on my own. So I think they look for looks a lot more. But it also illustrates this point here. I'm going to play this video and then I'm going to make the point first. So we're going to play the video and then I'm going to make the point. And it ties into everything, okay? Ties into everything.
We're doomed. We're fucking doomed. I just had a conversation with a man who has to be in his late 40s, and he proceeds to tell me that men are the prize. Men are the prize. And he is someone who I thought was like a well-rounded dude, you know, decent, you know? So I thought. So then I asked him, what makes a man the prize? The man told me every fucking thing in the book but what makes a man the prize. Oh, that's how society is. Oh, that's how it's always been. Look at the Middle Eastern. Look at the Egyptians. Look at the... Shut the fuck up. How is a man the prize? Tell me. They can't tell us. They can't fucking tell us, but they swear they're the prize. We're doomed.
Okay. I'm going to tell you why men are the prize is because those 4 videos perfectly illustrated why men are the prize. Because there are more attractive women than there are attractive men. And so the fact that there are more attractive women than there are attractive men, guess what? That makes the attractive men what? Rare. And when they're rare, they're the what? Prize. Ta-da! Makes sense, right? Makes sense. See, this is what pisses me off about a lot of guys. A lot of guys understand the concept of these things. They understand like the concept of the man as a prize. They understand, you know, men should be leaders. They understand that men should do X, Y, and Z. But they don't know how to articulate it. And when you don't know how to articulate things, it gives women this idea of like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. Because this is how you guys tackle this problem, and I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how. When you tell a woman that men are the prize, you tell her this. You ask her this line of questioning. You say, "Well, how many are there more attractive women than there are attractive men?" And she's gonna say, "Oh, well, there's more attractive women, of course." Okay, cool. There are more attractive women than there are attractive men. Fantastic. Now, is it easier to find what a woman is looking for in a man or what a man is looking for in a woman? And she's going to be like, oh, well, it's easier for a man to find what he's looking for in a woman because men are easy. Ah, ding. Guess what? You just proved why men are the prize. Because there are less attractive ones. And then on top of that, it's harder for women to find what they're looking for in a man versus what a man is looking for in a woman. Meaning, the man can replace you quicker than you can replace him. Sure, you have all these men in your DMs and this and that, and you got options and blah, 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 but none of those guys matter. None of those guys matter to you. They're just there. They're fluff. They don't matter. But for a guy like me, if I'm talking to two girls, well, it doesn't, for me, I look at it like she is a viable option. I can go from you to her, because what I'm looking for in a woman is very common amongst women, but what women are looking for in men are very scarce. There's not a lot of guys who have the mindset of what women are looking for, and that's why a lot of women are single. That's why a lot of women low-key cheat. That's why a lot of women are in the situations that they're in. So that's why I'm saying, so gentlemen, when you sit there and you tell a woman that, hey, no, it is men that are the prize, that is the line of questioning you give them, because what it does is it articulates it in a way where it kind of leads her down that path of logic, and then she's just like, oh, wait a minute, I see what's going on. You don't sit there and be like, oh, well, that's how it's always been, and oh, that's the patriarchy, and oh, that's the way the Egypts and the Middle Eastern people do that. You sound dumb. You need to be able to articulate yourself in a certain way. And that's why competency is a big thing I think men need to understand. Like, men need to really hone in on their competency, because women out here be looking at dudes like they're just bumbling idiots. I'm sorry to say it, because it's true. Like, that's one thing where a lot of women will tell me, yeah, dudes are just bumbling idiots. And I'm like, yeah, they are. They are, because they get the concepts. They understand. Like, they'll listen to red pill content, or they'll listen to, men empowering content, or, men advice content, or whatever it may be. And they'll get the ideas, but their articulation of it is so bad. It's like, how the fuck is a woman supposed to learn from you, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what women want. Women want to be able to learn from their man. They want to be able to gain knowledge from that said incompetent man. But you need to be able to articulate that competency correctly. And that was something where I was just like, I wanted to touch on, I mean, obviously both points, but it's just like, I wanted to give you guys that gem, because I feel like a lot of guys would be able to use that and understand, like, that is the proper way to articulate things to women, is you need to kind of walk them into the logic of why it is that you're saying what you're saying, or the ideology that you have. So that way she kind of understands. You're not just saying it at her. You know what I mean? You're kind of like, all right, no, come here. Let me walk you down why this makes sense. And so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's, for me, you just come to learn that the idea makes a lot of sense. The only problem is, though, a lot of women will believe whatever their emotions tell them to believe.
Of course.
You could walk a woman right into the logic and they can agree, but then as soon as they realize, like, wait, I don't like how it feels to agree to this. Nope, it's wrong. And then they will come up with some bullshit. And so it really don't even matter, Like, there's still going to be women out there that are like, men aren't the prize. Men don't matter. There's no attractive men. All men or whatever, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
I mean? So,
I mean, it's more to just illustrate for guys, like, hey, you know what I mean? And that's why I showed the first 4 videos, because I wanted the first 4 videos to literally prove my point of, are there more attractive women or are there more attractive men? And it clearly from women themselves that there are more attractive women than there are attractive men. So that is empirical. That is not just me spewing bullshit. Like I said, I get up on this mic and speak facts, and I'm going to have receipts to back that up. And that's why I showed the 4 videos to illustrate, like, yes, this is what is going on. And then I showed her video to kind of like further the point. But again, it's like, it still goes to, obviously what you said. It's just like, I don't know where all this kind of like, it goes into like what we're going to go into next, is like a lot of women, for some reason are in this kind of like vain situation. And it kind of upsets me, because it's like, the saying, chivalry is dead and women killed it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a saying we've been beaten to death, right? You would agree that's a horse we've beaten to death. It's pretty much just established. Now, I'm kind of coining the saying on this show, and I've been thinking about this all week. I've been thinking about this all fucking week, and how I was going to talk about this and stuff like that. And then I saw some videos where I'm just like, wait a minute. Oh shit, this kind of proves exactly what I'm saying. Would you, in your personal opinion, agree that the statement of chivalry is dead and women killed it, now we have kind of progressed and we've moved into love is dead and women killed it.
I wouldn't say that. I would say no, because yeah, I don't know. That one's a lot deeper than I've ever thought about, really. But yeah, I wouldn't say that love is dead, you know. I would definitely say love is a struggle for sure. And struggle is a light word that I would use for it, but I wouldn't say love is dead, you know.
Okay. What makes you believe love is dead?
Is not dead?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because in reality, love is a choice, you know. A lot of people, I think in like their younger years, believe that love is a feeling that should be sparked by something else, some external force. But the idea is love itself is a choice that you have to actively work at, even when you don't feel it. Just like discipline, just like happiness, just like pretty much any emotion, right?
Yeah,
it depends on how you define what X, Y, and Z is to bring in that feeling, or bring out those actions that are aligned with X, Y, Z feeling. So,
but if you you said that, and I love how you phrased it, that love is how you define it, right? So if a woman defines love as you giving her money, is that true love, or is that just an arbitrary label that she's just putting on, you know, her gold diggerness, if I'm being honest with you?
It's probably both, honestly, and it's obviously I don't want to say like a fence-sitter term to say it's both, but at the same time, the idea is, subjectively speaking, if a woman is saying love is you spending money on me, there are love languages of, you know, gift giving, you know, like they understand. And if you understand love language, you understand that sometimes it's very common for people to not have the same love language that they exude, as well as the ones that they want to be done to them, right? Like there's people that love acts of service done onto them, but they also are gift givers or like quality time spenders or whatever, right? The idea is, subjectively, it could be in her mind like, this is how I know he loves me, but at the same time, they could just be gold digging because they're like, yeah, well, this is how men are supposed to show love, but I also just love getting free shit. You know what I mean? It's really subjective, and the people that are using that idea of like love as like a crutch for their negative undertones are just, you know, bad people, really.
Okay. I'm going to show you a video, and I want to ask you, do you think majority of women think this way, or is it more of a minority of women that think this way? All right. And that's why I kind of like led. Right. That's why this question, or this, you know, kind of started.
Exactly who not to DM, just off the aesthetic. Because I'm not going to ask you for $40. I need $40K stat up front. Pay my studio rent off for the next year. Do something life-changing. I can't do shit with $40. I don't need you to take care of my nails, my hair. I do that on a day-to-day basis. I can take myself on a $300 dinner by myself. Can you pay off my studio rent for next year? $40K up front. Do you have it? Yes or no? What's life-changing that you can do as a woman who's doing a lot of shit on her own already? Most of you can't do a goddamn thing. That's why I stay where the fuck I'm at. Thank you. What makes it worse is that in this day and time, nobody takes no for an answer. The men nor the woman. It's not even about what you can do, but since you won't leave me the fuck alone, what can you do? And still nothing. And they.
Okay. So do you think majority of women think that way, where they're like, in order to get in a relationship with me, you got to cough up a bunch of money, or you got to be doing something grand gestury. You got to buy me a big thing, got to buy me a big this and that. Or do you think a minority of women think like that?
I think it just scales, right? Because the idea is, for women that don't have much, it won't take much for them to be impressed. Where for this lady, it seems like she kind of got shit going on, where she's like, I can do a $300 dinner by myself, for myself, you know? So I don't. It's hard to say because, like I said, it kind of scales with her. She's looking for a man that can outman her. You know what I mean? Essentially.
Okay.
And so from there, it's like a dude that's really got it going on, like 40K. Like I fucking sneeze and I wipe my nose with that shit. Like that's the kind of dude she's looking for. And so I would say in her pool, probably it's pretty common. You know what I mean? Like I highly doubt, right, walking around where we're at, like you would find a fuck ton of women that are like, yeah, I need 40K up front. I need, you know what I mean? But there's probably in LA, San Diego, whatever the case may be, there's probably a lot of fucking women that do that shit. You know what I mean? So I think it just kind of scales on like where like you're at geographically as well as where a woman's at like financially, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean?
I would disagree. The reason being is because the advent of the internet and Instagram. Because the thing is even a woman who lives in Topeka, Kansas, she lives in the butt fuck of nowhere. She is still going to have the ability to go on Instagram and talk to a higher status guy that would fly her out to a Miami and New York and LA, so on and so forth. Like if she's attractive enough, if she's able to kind of insert herself into those situations, she's going to, because she looks at it like, I'm online, I see all these, high life lifestyles. I see these girls on yachts and going to parties and doing this and that and doing that. And then she sees an attractive guy who has that lifestyle and she hits him up on Instagram. She hits him up on Instagram. Dude's like, oh yeah, I'll fly you out, this and that. And so now the girl who lived in Topeka, Kansas is now out in Miami on a boat and she's doing her thing. And now that she's done that and dude's kind of given her a little taste of that high life, she now feels like, I deserve this. This is what I deserve. This is what the type of guys that I can get. So since these are the type of guys I can get, these are the only type of guys I'm going to fuck with. So all the guys in Topeka, Kansas are immediately gone. They're immediately no longer, because over there, their probably median household is probably like $35,000 a year. She's meeting niggas who make 100, 200, 300,000 a year, and she just looks at herself like, why the fuck would I be with Johnny over there who rides a tractor when I can be with this nigga who's in a supercar? And I think the advent in the internet has kind of made it to where women will value money over love. They will sit there and say that, no, love is cool, and ideally I want to have it, but realistically, I just want the money. Realistically, I want what you can do for me with that money. Even if you don't want to give me money, I want you to be doing something for me with that money.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's hard to really determine what's common because I've seen in real life, based off of like speaking with my mentor, like his daily life, like the people that like be in his comment sections and like friends, stuff like that, where it's like the woman you're describing, like the bumfuck Topeka, Kansas, whatever. I think she just shot enough shots to land somewhere where a weak dude with money actually was able to do something for her. Because in reality, like I'm getting at is like, I've seen the way like my mentor and his group of people operate, and like his DMs are like non-existent. You know what I mean? Like he gets a lot of like solicitations, like, like, can I get 20, 30, 40, 50K, whatever, like that would help me. But he's like, dude, like they're just fucking numbers on a chalkboard. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I'm getting at is women feel like they can do that, but it doesn't make it like true until it's like that delusional idea of like, if I just shoot enough shots, I'm gonna make something, right? Like the dudes that are like, yeah, if I send 1,000 DMs, eventually a bad bitch is gonna like, want to respond or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And that's the exact same thing with a broad from fucking Topeka, Kansas, or wherever the fuck that's like, yeah, I'll just shoot a bunch of shots, and if one of them lands on like a dude that's well off, then I deserve it. You know what I mean? But it's like, I can't say that that's like common practice, because women aren't really that determined to do shit. You know what I mean? Unless they're just that delusional. So
I mean, you don't think that these men hit them up?
No. a millionaire or like a fucking well-off dude, we're busy enough to not be hitting up fucking women.
I'm not saying that he can pay somebody to do it. I know guys that pay women or they pay dudes to just be on their dating app.
And that's what I'm saying. Like those are the weak men that cause these kind of behaviors to get enabled. But that's not, I wouldn't say that's common practice for dudes making millions of dollars just to be like, yeah, let me just hit up any woman or like any remotely attractive or whatever, right? Like if she's got nothing else to offer but her looks, more times than not, if it's a weak man, they'll go for it. If it's not a weak man, they're gonna go for it. They won't go for it at all, or even know that person exists.
So do you have that thought processy because you think that these men want to be in a relationship with this woman, or do you think that they just want to have a one night stand kind of thing with the woman?
Well, I would say a weak man is going to be like, this is exactly what I asked for. You know what I mean? Like I built myself up so I could get a good looking woman, and like now I have earned a relationship, but that's not the average the average man that is all of that will not be doing it that way, right? Like they're not looking for women on dating apps. They're not looking for women on Instagram. Like they're hardly on social media unless it's an avenue for revenue towards their business or something like that. Like all the men that are actually that guy are not going to be in some bitch's DMs or on dating apps 100%. Like I would say dating apps are more so for fucking losers that have no way of approaching women or like going out and actually like being that guy and attracting a real woman in person, right? Now,
Okay.
I say that with reservations because there's always exceptions, but generally speaking, there's not going to be an actual legit high value man just looking for any attractive woman off the street, because it's a dime a dozen, like we talked about earlier. You know what I mean? There's way more bad bitches than fucking attractive men. So like, why the fuck would you just be letting any woman onto your boat, onto your yacht, whatever, yada yada yada? You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I mean, like I said, I do think it's more common, and just on the fact that there are women who come from, Ohio and from, like I said, the motherfucker nowhere, and they do go to Miami, they do go to these places, and they do get these kind of opportunities. And that's what I'm saying. It's seeming, it may not have been more common, let's say maybe 10 years ago, but I would argue now that we're kind of in this age of, the internet and everybody is kind of like chronically on the internet, I truly believe that more women than not are looking for successful men or men of lifestyle on the internet versus them looking for it out in wherever they're at geographically located. And there's a study that proves that it is more common than you actually think, because that's this study right here that I have. Make sure I show you guys here. Bam. And this one was this year. So they pulled that this year, that specific data points highlighted that 58% of women's sexual relationships are with the 10%. They were only with the 10%, meaning that there are majority of women that are only looking for the 10% of men, the men that are millionaires, the men that are super affluent, all that. And so to me, it's like, yeah, we may not see it or think that it's that prevalent, but it is. It is that prevalent. Women from the butt fuck of nowhere are literally looking for affluent men in more affluent cities. They're not looking for dudes in their geographical location. So I don't know. That's I wanted to get your take, because I when I saw that, I was surprised. I was like, no way.
Well, what is that study saying? 58% of women, like in the world, in the U.S., in Greenland, in Scotland,
in the United States,
in the United States.
Yeah, so it's a United States peer study.
Okay, so
yeah,
I mean, 58%. What's the population of America? 300
million.
300 million,
yeah.
Right? So, are we just gonna say half of those women are or half of that population is women?
Yeah, we would say about roughly 150 million
Right,
are
so
women.
150 million. So
Roughly.
half of that is, the math is escaping.
75 million.
75 million women out of 150 are looking for 10% of men, which is 150,000.
Somewhere close to it, yeah.
Yeah, 150,000. So, yeah, I mean that in and of itself is like, yeah, I guess you could say that's common, right?
Yeah,
but I would say
yeah.
that's more so just a delusional, you know. Like
Oh,
that's
of course, it's
fucking-
1000% delusional, but
That's insane.
I do all of this to kind of illustrate my saying. I don't want to say my point. I guess I can say my point of that women women want love, like women killed love. You know what I mean? Like they want love, but I truly believe that they're the ones that killed it, because it's like they're not dating for love anymore. They're dating for the affluentness of men. They're dating for the money or what you can do and all that kind of stuff. And that's why I go back to the point of that. And that's kind of why like I said, I was thinking about this all week, and I'm just like, damn, the data shows that. Women online are showing that. So it's like, is love really dead and women killed it?
Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't know.
It's-
I think they might just be on a kick of shoot, like a biological kick of we're not getting enough. You know, like there's the idea is you I guess you get so put into a position of comfort that you become apathetic and you need some type of more for excitement. So it's like the idea is, I guess it's just, you know, women have just become too spoiled, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And so now they're just like, yeah, dude, I only want like the top tier, best of the best, whatever the fuck, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you don't think that like maybe the internet has kind of created that environment where it's like, that's why I gave the scenario I gave, where it's like a woman in the butt fuck of nowhere. She has men around her, you know, she has viable options around her. But then because she's on Instagram, you know, like you said, she's going to DM 1,000 of these dudes, but all it takes is one.
Yeah.
It takes one weak guy to be like, oh yeah, I'll fly you out and give you, you know, a little bit of a relationship, this and that. And then he realizes, you know, she doesn't, like you said previously with that one girl, where, you know, he gives her everything, she doesn't appreciate it, and so then she cheats on him or leaves him or whatever the case may be, because she looks at it like, this is what I deserve because I got this. I've dated this once before, so I can get it again, you know. And that's why I don't know. I've been thinking about it all week, and I just thought to myself, I'm like, I don't know. Am I crazy to think that, you know what I mean, women killed love?
No, I wouldn't say crazy. It just, to me, it brings up like the point of like, it like, there's a lot of men with fear out there to do things that they like want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, these women are even more delusional, and because their delusion gets a hold of them, it just comes to fruition, and then they get to live the life they want to. And it's like, why are men not doing that, dude? Why are a lot of men so scared to just put their foot down or build the life that they want to build for themselves, you know?
I don't know.
That's
I really
insane.
don't know. It's tough as a guy who has done that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And for us, I think it's easy to see that, but I don't know. For the guys that I have talked to, whether through DMs or, you know, through past streams and stuff, a lot of them just feel hopeless. They feel like, I can't do it. But I can't. But it's not attainable. But it's, and I'm just like, and I try to tell them, I give them this analogy all the time. I'm like, okay, if an ugly fat girl can go out to the club, sit there and ask for a 6-foot dude who makes $100,000 a year, you think that you can't go out and make some shit happen for yourself?
Yeah, literally.
like the amount of confidence. Look, I'm not bashing the fat girl that wants 6'2" and $100,000. Do what you want to do. Have the standards you want to have. That's fine. I'm not bashing her. That's not what I'm meaning. I'm meaning she's got the confidence to go out there and to ask for that and to strive for that. But you can't go out there and make some shit happen.
Yeah, literally.
You know?
It's sad.
Like, that's some crazy shit to me. I don't know, man. Food for thought. Okay, there's one more video I wanted to show you. I thought this was insanity, but as a married man, I want your opinion on this because I'm not married. Okay, I'm not married. I feel like I have a dog in the fight, but I really don't. I get it. There's gonna be people in the comments. Oh, but you're not married. Oh, you don't know. Oh, you know. So I'm like, okay. The Rig 4 is married though. So he can tell you bitches to shut up. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so I want to see your take on this because I just thought it was insane. I just really did. Okay, so we're gonna.
Women are feeling disoriented in their marriages right now because they're grappling with the fact that their husband, a seemingly good man, is wholly indifferent to what's happening to women, to children, to marginalized communities, and over 1,100 women that I polled felt this way, which was the overwhelming majority. Women are watching the world burn. Right before our very eyes, we are losing even more rights. Children are being killed senselessly and more in gun violence. Men are getting louder about hating women and stripping us further of our rights. We are witnessing the uncovering of massive abuse rings, and husbands are seemingly just unaffected. Women are spiraling, trying to make sense of it, trying to protect our kids, and not just our own kids in our own home, but the children of the world, because once you're a mother, you see your child in the face of every child. You're trying to stay informed because you know that ignorance will not save you, and he's just like, what do you want me to do about it? And suddenly you're sitting there like, how the fuck do we live in the same world? Because to women, these things feel urgent. They feel deeply personal. It feels like this is happening to you, and to him, it's just news. And the hardest part that I see women struggling with is that a lot of good men are still operating under patriarchal standards, and that is becoming increasingly harder for women to ignore right now. Meaning that he can be good to you while still being disconnected from what harms women as a whole, because they don't feel it. They're not conditioned to anticipate danger. They are not socialized to carry the emotional burden of the world, and so they don't, and you do. And now you're not just managing your home, you're carrying this emotional labor of the entire world while also trying to convince your husband that it matters, that he should care. And that, I think, is exhausting in a way I don't think women have necessarily experienced or felt before. So what do we do with this? This isn't going to feel good to hear, but you have to stop trying to get your husband to care. You can't force awareness onto someone who benefits and has benefited from not having it. But you can decide what you do with that information. You can stop looking to him for emotional leadership in this area. You can build community with women who get it. You can lean on each other for support and understanding. You can get clear on your values, not your shared values with your husband, but your values and how you're going to model them for your kids with or without his full engagement. And you can call this experience exactly what it is. He's not necessarily unsafe, but he's also not a partner in this part of your life. He's not going to fill this bucket for you. And once you stop expecting him to, you can start protecting your energy instead of draining it trying to wake him up. Because the goal isn't to make him care. The goal is to make sure you don't lose yourself trying. A lot of
Okay. So as a married man, what do you think about that as far as she feels that majority of women, that's fine, feel as if because there's pedos in the world, because there are bad people in the world, because there's bad things going on, that you as the man should take on that burden and responsibility onto your shoulders as well and pretty much be like an activist about it. But because a lot of men aren't doing that, they're deciding to focus on, patriarchal standards, meaning taking care of the family, going to work, doing their, manly duty of the family. They decide to do that over being a activist, a woman's activist, or a world activist because bad things are going on. That's pretty much what she's kind of getting at.
The idea for myself is, I'll just say first and foremost, I'm also guilty of this because I don't have a give a shit bone in my body for that kind of stuff, right? And the reason for that is like I said before in previous episodes, the more time I take away from doing what I got to do to just provide for our family, the more our family's going to suffer because I'm putting my time elsewhere instead of building our foundation up where it's like she said, you guys build your own fucking groups and lean on each other. Like, there's nothing, and it comes from the delusional idea of whatever I believe my husband should be doing is facts. And it's like, no, just because you feel like he should have an equal idea, an equal emotional tie in whatever the fuck you're worried about, doesn't make it true. Because I guarantee you the moment he does and starts doing activist shit and starts skipping work or gets fired from his job because he's too political or too activist in his community, and then his work's like, you're a liability to what the fuck we're doing, he gets fired, you're gonna be like, damn, this motherfucker, you know, I'm leaving you, fucking idiot. You fucking put us in danger. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you fucking women say stupid shit like this and don't really understand the consequences of what the fuck you're asking. Like, you ask for the, like, say you got, like, and this is something that I always challenge my own, a lot of people in my life, right? Like, not just my wife, a lot of people in my life, when they come to me with an issue, I immediately say, okay, what is it that would be, in your mind, a perfect response to this? Well, I don't know. If you don't know, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
How the fuck would I know what you want me to do? And like, oh, well, yeah, it's babysitting, yada, yada, yada. No, it's not babysitting. I react the way I react. You tell me I'm wrong for reacting that way, and then I try to compromise and go a little bit in one direction because, like I said, I still have to make sure I'm there on time for work and yada, 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 right? Like, I mean, for yourself, right? It say a woman's like, oh, fucking, you know, there's a lot of school shootings happening. I'm really scared for our daughter or son to go to school, yada, 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 right? Can you take off work and walk him to school in the morning so that way he's safe and not going to get shot on the way to school?
Yeah.
You're going to then call your boss and be like, hey, boss, like, I'm not going to come in for the morning shift. I know my job's pretty important. I'm not going to come in for, like, the first part of the morning. I'm going to walk my son to school because he's my priority. Correct. My son is my priority. But what do you think your boss is going to say after that? Don't worry about coming in. I'll find someone else. You're cooked. You're fired.
Yeah.
And then, babe, I got laid off from my job, but little Johnny got to school on time. Oh, thank God for that. What are you going to do about getting a job?
You're trading one problem for another.
You guys don't understand, bro. And she laid out exactly what the solution is and act like it was a problem that men created.
That's facts.
We will
wait. That's facts.
It's the facts, bro. Like, oh,
she did. Like, oh, it's men's fault that we have to create communities and come together.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Oh shit.
That shit blows my mind. That you guys come up with a solution. You're like, that's bad though. I don't want that.
Men are making us do it.
Men are making us do it. That's bad. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. And it's like, why the fuck wouldn't you want a community of women where you guys could all lean and support each other and help your children together grow into individuals that are going to be great members of society? You're telling me that's wrong because men aren't the ones doing it? I mean, of course you want your man to be involved with his kids and help raise them and bring them up to be great members of society, which we do on a timely manner that works with what we got going on. Yeah, but if you're talking about the other parts that you're in charge of, right, where he's at work, he can't be there for his kids and raising them, why the fuck is that an issue for you ladies to take on that responsibility?
Yeah.
Like, how does that even make sense? And then they're like, oh, well, yada, yada, yada. Like, he's useless. He doesn't support me in that emotional aspect. Why the fuck would he? And I want one of you women to articulate a fair enough point where it wouldn't just take away from what your man needs to do as a man in the relationship.
Yeah.
Articulate a point where it would work out perfectly and have your man do it and see what the fuck happens, right? One, if you want to articulating it is one thing, but having it work out perfectly as well is another thing. If you can't orchestrate that, shut the fuck up and go with what this lady said.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, it's true. There's a lot of guys that are losing their jobs over being politically charged.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dudes that are losing their jobs because they'll post something online and stuff like that. And, you know, women like the activist side in it, but he's like, well, I'm jobless now. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and especially if you're a family that you depend on his income.
Yep.
Whether you guys are going 50-50, whether he pays majority, whether he pays everything. Like, you guys are reliant on his income. If he loses that over being an activist and being emotionally and politically charged, like, that's gonna put you in a tough spot. I did not think about that. That's very, very true, man.
It writes itself.
Yeah.
You know, like when the whole BLM shit was going on, right? Like I don't talk politics pretty often, but it was all happening. I was in the military at the time. They're like, dude, don't go out there and do that. You're gonna get yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're fucking both black. My family's brown, right? I say that because my family's on my wife's side is Hispanic, right?
Yeah.
But they have the same support that I had for BLM, and so it's the idea that I still didn't go to like the protest and like become an activist because I did not want the money coming in affected and putting my family in financial detriment just because I believed in a movement or whatever the case may be. It's the same thing for this kind of stuff, right? Where it's like, yeah, violence is on the rise. A lot of stuff is happening. It's crazy all over the world. But you got to understand that for a man to take away from his role as the man and jump into that with you will just be a detriment to the whole hierarchy of what you guys have as your family. And for women to say, you know, men are useless for that or whatever the fuck you want to say, you guys just really don't understand what it is to be a man and have to focus on that aspect of the dynamic in the relationship.
Yeah, because man, he's got to kind of think about like, because what it is a lot of women are very like short-sighted.
Yeah.
They think about, oh my God, what can we do right now? But the man kind of thinks more far-sighted. He's like, okay, if I do this, yeah, it's going to have a benefit. Yeah, it's going to, you know, raise a cause, whatever. But do I want to lose my job down the line? Do I want to be put kind of in that position down the line? Do I want to have to deal with the repercussions and ramifications down the line for that, you know? And that's something where it's like, I completely understand. I do. And I don't think women see that. I think they're very short-sighted and they think, oh no, it's about what's going on right now. It's about what's going on here. Like, we have to do this now. It's like, no. Like, you can, that's great. That's fine because you're in a position to do that. But for me, I got to think outside of myself. I have to think otherwise. So yeah, I know, I get that. And then the whole, she came up with a solution and then was just like, it's men's fault that we have to come up with the solution. It's like, I thought it was a great solution.
Yeah, it sounded fine.
Yeah,
and dandy
I
for
think
me.
it sounds fantastic. The fact that women get together and they create a group and you guys all do, I think that's great.
Yeah.
You guys do it together with book club. You guys do it together with, you know, other shit. Like, why not with this?
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that. I would support my wife 100% in something like that.
Yes.
I'd be like, yeah, 100%, babe. But she has to understand that, like, look, I have to protect my image for my job. I have to protect my image so that way I can continue to make money to, you know what I mean, feed us, to keep us going, you know, because if you lose your job, it's cool. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But if I lose my job, it's detriment. I lose you. I lose the kids. I lose everything, you know, and that's just the way it goes. And yeah, dude, I don't know. I just saw this and I was like, this is perfect for the Rig 4 because I know he'd be able to put himself in that position and understand it better than I would.
Yeah.
You know? So, okay. But that's going to go ahead and be the videos, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the videos, our conversations, our back and forth, this and that. You guys let us know what you thought about everything in the comments and all that good stuff. Take the Rig 4 up on his challenge, you know? Take him up on his challenge. See if you can articulate something that would be better than what she said or even what he said.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we're going to hop through announcements and then get on into you guys' scenarios for today. So patreon.com/MyLastWillPodcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show. I'm going to have to start changing the whole Patreon exclusive episode every single Friday. Reason being is because it's just not a good ROI for your boy right now. you know, to do episodes every single Friday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it back to just the one episode a month. And until I get more people kind of supporting it and more people joining, then and only then will I really kind of start picking that back up. It's just a time thing. I'm sorry to say it. It's a time thing. It's an ROI thing. Like, I need to kind of start putting my time elsewhere, and the time that I spend doing those episodes can, you know, go into more research for these episodes, as well as, you know, doing more things for the other episodes. So again, that's just how that's going to go. Sorry to say it, but Patreon members, you guys might not like that. You guys that are already Patreon members, you guys might not like that because you guys like your exclusive content. But again, there's just not enough of you guys supporting that would really help. Sure, there's some months where we have a lot of support, and then there's some months where we just don't have a lot of support, you know? And so I kind of got to protect my time when it comes to that. So again, you guys will still get the free Patreon Day episodes. I might do like free Patreon Day episode and then maybe like one exclusive episode. I might do something like that. So we'll see how I reschedule that. I'll keep you guys posted and all that good stuff. All right. Audio listeners, thank you guys so much for all the support, man. We cracked like 400 downloads in one day.
Nice.
That happened like a few days ago. That was super fucking awesome. Yeah, man, that was super cool, man. 478 downloads in one day on literally Friday. It was just Friday. So thank you guys for all the support, man. You guys have absolutely been killing it. You guys have been showing out, and I appreciate that so very much. Again, you know, no caps in my motherfucking raps. That is our analytics right there. No caps in our raps. Okay, I spit 100% facts around here. Okay, I do not lie to you guys about anything. If you guys want to help us out even more, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing on YouTube. All of that helps out tremendously. I love you guys so much. If you guys want to support our boy over here, go ahead and follow him on MikeLife333 on Instagram as well as TikTok.
Yeah, thank you guys for your support. Like I said, the DMs are very much appreciated. I've been helping you guys out on the side with just whatever you guys have been wanting, you know, like life advice on, stuff like that, entrepreneurial advice, that kind of thing. So I appreciate all the trust you guys put into us, trusting us with your scenarios, your lives, that kind of thing, you know. And we appreciate the support, and I'm just happy to be here. We're happy to be here.
And you know what? Like, I want to give a big props to a lot of the women that listen to our show, because, like, it's crazy. Like, I got a few DMs from a couple women, and they were just like, I started listening to your Sunday shows because, you know, a lot of women come in for the Thursday episodes.
Right.
They love the Thursday episodes because we do the erotic book or whatever, and women love that shit. And I do the erotic book simply because I want to understand women to such a deep level to where it's like nobody can tell me shit about women, if I'm being real with you. Like, I know women better than they know them fucking selves. The reason being is because I do the research. I'm in their world as far as the spicy books. It's why I listen to them. It's why I analyze them as the way that I do when I'm listening to them. They listen to them for pleasure and enjoyment. Yeah. I listen to them because I study the female mind, because a lot of these books are written by females,
right,
and it's of the mind of the female. A lot of women want an attractive guy to stalk them, to dominate them, to, you know what I mean? To steal them away from a weaker man and all that. That is what women want. And whether they like it or not, it's the truth. And your books and your literature prove it. And the fact of the popularity of these books proves it even more. I don't need numbers or a study. You guys that are fans of the show just prove that. But it's funny that they listen to it and they're like, you know what? You say a lot of stuff I don't like, but I can't prove you wrong. And I'm just like, look, all I'm saying is these are just the facts of things. Yeah. I'm trying to make men aware of why women do things and why they act what they act. And I just want women to understand you as the woman better. Because when men understand women better, guess what? The woman feels understood. So she feels loved and cared about, and she feels better about the relationship that she's in. She feels better about the guy that she's with, because this guy understands, no, bitch, I know what you want. Shut up. We're going here to eat. No, bitch, I know what you want. I already took care of it. No, bitch, I know what you want. I'm folding you in half and fucking the shit out of you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, bro, like, men understand that. I guarantee you. Look, I used to have this mindset, right? And it's funny, I was talking about this with a friend at work. I was like, yo, have you ever been that dude where, you know what I mean, you see a girl, you see her, she's super attractive, whatever, and her dude is just a dick. He's just fucking asshole. He's like, bitch, what are you doing? Get the fuck over here, man. And she's just following behind this guy. And you think to yourself, like, and I'm sure you probably thought about this in the past, maybe before the mindset you have now. You probably thought, like, girl, why are you with that guy? He's so bad for you. Like, he's not good for you. Like, why are you with that dude? You know, have you ever had that thought process?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, why the fuck does she want to be with that guy so damn bad? Why does she date that guy? Why does she tolerate that? And in like the years I've been doing the show, talking to women, reading these books and all this kind of stuff, now it clicks to me. I'm like, she's exactly where she wants to be.
Yeah.
She's exactly where she wants to be. She does not want to be anywhere else but with that man.
Yeah.
She loves that he dominates her. She loves that he tells her, bitch, get the fuck over here. She loves the fact that he shows superiority over her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it changed my mind completely about a lot of that. And I'm just like, damn. I was the bitch boy cut guy. I was him. Yeah. I was the guy sitting there talking about, oh, please, I'll give you whatever you want. I'll be nice to you and this and that. You know, and I apply this a lot of times to even my dating prospects. Like, I date like women. I sit there and I tell him, no, fuck that. Like, I wouldn't tolerate that shit. Oh, okay, then I won't be with you then. Cool, bye.
Yep.
Cool, bye. And they're like, huh? What do you mean cool bye? And I'm like, that's my standard. That's my boundary. If you don't want to abide by that, cool, bye.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here? Because my thing is I look at it like women have such self-respect for themselves. And this is one thing I give about women is they will have mad self-respect for themselves. They look at it like, this is what I want. This is what goes, and I'm not bending on that. And I think men need to be that way.
Yeah.
Men need to be, I think women are that way because they want to show men what they want them to be.
Yeah.
If I'm being real with you. And the more that I've been that way, the more that I've dated like women, the more I've understood that, yeah, this is what women want. Mm-hmm. They want you to be like, no, bitch, shut up. This is what it is. It's my way or the highway. And a lot of times I've dated like women and I've had women be like, okay, well, you know, yeah, all right, I could do that. I can do that. Like the collab video I showed you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where he was just like, she was like, oh, I'm not going to be on the roster. It's me or none. He's like, okay, cool. It's none. Cool.
And then she was like, you could put me to the roster. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, okay, I'll be on the roster. Because when you move like that, that's what she wants. She wants you to react like that. But when a lot of guys are just like, oh, but no, like, why wouldn't, no, you can just, and we can just, oh, but you, they look at it like, yep, 100%. Yeah, I knew you were, bitch.
Yeah.
I knew you were. You're trash. Never mind, gone. And that's kind of where that comes from. But I don't know. It just, I wanted to bring up that point because it was just like, it was funny that I got those DMs and I saw that. And I was just like, man, kudos to the women that they listen to this and they're like, okay, all right, man. And I think it's good to have you on the show because you're married. Mm. You know what I mean? And it coming from a man, they kind of look at it like, okay, shit, well,
yeah.
All right, I can't really say anything because, you know, he's married. You know, they can sit here and say all they want to me. Oh, well, you're single, all this and that. And it's just like, that's cool. You know what I mean? But if a married man agrees with me, like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, you know, it's the truth. So, all right. We're going to get into our scenarios today, though. Our first one is, am I overreacting? My boyfriend keeps lying to me about things involving his ex. Okay. I, 25 female, going to try to be quick and to the point. She doesn't. My boyfriend, male, 25, has 2 tattoos. When first started dating, I asked him what their meaning was, and he told me that one of them was drawn by a friend he had in high school who died. I felt deeply sad for him because I've had childhood friends die, and turns out his ex drew it on his arm, and he got it tattooed. Uh-oh.
Excellent.
Okay. All right. They dated in 2019 for 6 months, and he got it tattooed in 2022. They ended up hooking up after he got the tattoo in 2022, and they were off and on following each other until mid to late last year. He got that tattoo so he could smash again.
Yeah.
He thought about it like, oh, why? What is a little tattoo to smash again? That's crazy work. I would never get a tattoo to smash a girl. Like, that's crazy work. All right. I feel emotionally manipulated, and I feel like he has an attachment to her, or he wouldn't have lied.
He does. He definitely does.
Another thing, me and him were friends for years before dating. I guess he forgot he gave me a car tour and showed me the things his ex gave him in his car a few years back. I don't think it's intuition at this point, girl. Like, shit. We started dating this year, February, so in 2026. I guess being in his car every day for the last few months, I decided to say, where did you get that? Because I was kind of hurt and still kept those things around, or that he still kept those things around. Let's see. Just for him to lie to me and say a guy friend made him the origami frog that he keeps on his dashboard, but it was his ex. He also keeps a bracelet she gave him on his blinker knob. I decided to confront him on all of this tonight, and he told me that he was just used to it being there and never thought to throw them away. But I'm still puzzled on why he would make up an entire story of lies. It feels like he is still in love with her. Attached is a picture I found posted on the Discord that shattered me, or that shattered my heart. I'll show you the picture. Him laying naked with her, with the tattoo he said he only got because the design was, because the design was drawn. I understand people have exes. We are adults. It's not jealousy. It's more the fact that he makes me feel like he is deeply in love with her. Am I overreacting? So this is the picture. So pretty much like it was more of a matching tattoo situation of like, if we put our arm together, it makes an image.
Yeah, okay.
That's the tattoo. Yeah. I don't know if you can get that from the picture, but yeah.
It didn't really look like that.
Yeah. According to her, that's I guess what it was when she asked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, to answer your question, no, you're not overreacting. He's definitely just waiting for that one small chance for her to come back, and then he's gonna be like, see ya, bitch. He's gonna leave you. He's gonna go right back to her, and I know that's probably not what you want to hear, but at the same time, if he was over her and like she was no longer a part of his mind or process, right, and he was really prioritizing you and your future together, he would get rid of all that shit. You know
True.
what I mean?
True. It's like if you were actually the girl that he was like in love with, saw a future with, he would get rid of that stuff.
Yeah, he would.
And the tattoo, okay, that's one thing I kind of understand. The reason being is because, like, you can't really hide that. And if I tell you the truth, I know you're going to get upset and you're going to get mad. The tattoo is the one thing I think I understand why he lied to you about it, because I think he was protecting your feelings.
Yeah.
But everything else, the origami frog, the bracelet, the shit in his car, all that stuff, come on, man. There's no reason to keep all that stuff. There isn't. Like, I don't keep shit from my ex around. Like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
You know?
And it rings true because it's like, it's one of those things where, like, if those reminders were reminders of poor times, he would get rid of them so quick.
Oh,
right?
1,000.
Like, say she cheated, she fucked his dad, she fucking emptied his bank account, yada, 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 right? He'd be like, I'm getting rid of all this shit. I'm cutting the tattoo out of my arm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because there's
or he'd get it covered up or something, right?
Yeah. Obviously, okay. Like, the cutting was like an exaggeration, right?
Yeah, okay.
But the idea is like, first instinct is either get it covered up or like maybe like laser removed or something like that. I don't know how expensive that is, but if it's within his budget, whatever, right? That stands to the point of like, if he was really done with her, all that stuff would be erased. He'd be like, and he was really serious about you, he'd be like, yeah, this stuff was my ex's, but I'm in the process of getting rid of all that shit because I want our future to be like crystal clear, you know, stuff like that. Like he would make it very clear that like that shit is there, but it's not important to him, but because he's hiding it, it's 100% important, and he just doesn't want to like upset you and then be forced to like let go of that stuff. So yeah, do what you will with that information. Leave him, talk to him more about it, try to get him to come to terms, whatever. But my theory is he's probably waiting for her to come back around and give him another shot so he can be like, yeah, see ya, or like maybe even worse, cheat on you with her. But I would hope not. But the point is like, yeah, he's not. There's definitely attachment there. Do what you will with that information.
100%. Yeah, you do what you will with the information. I just look at it like, look, sweetheart, he's just not over everything that's gone on. You know what I mean? He's still into it. Yeah. You know, and that's just what. And that tattoo is fucking disgusting. What the fuck is that? You know, I really don't know what that is. I don't know. What can you make out from that? What the fuck is that? I wish I could show it on screen. I think I can actually.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like a mask, maybe, or
I don't know. It looked like some goblin or some shit.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can show it on screen for people. Oh, you know what? Shit, no. Because this was sent through a different thing. Damn it.
You can't mirror your phone onto the...
No, because OBS won't pick it up.
Okay, very well.
Yeah. Shit. Okay, never mind. I forgot because this was sent through a different outlet than it was through here. Okay, that's fine. All right. Let's get on to our next one. But again, like I said, we kind of agree on that. He's hung up. Yeah. Okay, on to our next one. She cheated on a 6-year relationship with me. Met a colleague at work. We started talking, clicked instantly. I developed real feelings. I asked her multiple times if she was seeing someone. She said no every single time.
As they do.
I confessed my feelings over text. She called it boundary crossing and said we were just colleagues. Next day, she walked up to my desk and greeted me like nothing happened. We went through cycles of ignoring each other, then talking again. At some point, she mentioned she was in a relationship. 2 years, she said. But things kept escalating. We started making out at the office almost every day. She brought me food, cared for me in ways that felt genuinely rare. She told me her relationship was hollow. Just a label that she wanted to be with me, but couldn't leave because everyone in her life knew them as a couple. I left the job. I expected distance. Instead, we got closer. FaceTime calls till 4 a.m., knowing everything about each other. I was completely in love, thought about marrying her. She told me no one had ever loved her the way I did, that I was exactly what she had always wanted. But whenever she was around her boyfriend, she'd block me. Then apologize. I kept waiting. That cycle broke me slowly, and I didn't even notice. Oh, bruh. How you get her is how you lose her, bro. Like, what are we talking about, man? I don't understand why. Look. I get it, having feelings for a girl. I get it, wanting to be with a girl and all that kind of stuff. I get that. That's fine. And I get you had asked her, hey, are you in a relationship? Are you, involved with somebody? 1,000%. I get that. She said no. She lied to you. She said no. But once you found out that she was in a relationship, that's where you should have cut it off, bro. Because if she's willing to do that to him and call the relationship hollow and all that shit, guess what she's willing to do, bruh? She's willing to do that to you, man. She's willing to do that to you. Bruh.
Yeah.
I would have just been
What
like,
did he say?
Nah, I'm good on you, girl. You got a boyfriend. You doing it. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. But
I would have been like, who is he? Am I better than him? That's him. Okay, let me find his Instagram. Yeah, this bitch cheating on you.
Yeah. And you want to know why he gives that advice? Because that's what women do.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's immediately what they do.
Yeah, women will do that.
And also, arguably, they avoid accountability so much harder than we do. They need it a lot more than when we need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, we still need to be held accountable, but the idea is
we're willing to be accountable.
We're willing to be held accountable.
Yeah,
they are not. And she, obviously, I don't know if you said anything yet, which it sounds like you're probably not going to because you held on to the secret for so long.
Yeah.
And you waited and you got blocked and yada yada. I don't know why the fuck you would put yourself through that, but you know, I'm not gonna be detached from the idea that like obviously some people do stuff, you know, because obviously when I was younger I had different ideals about what a relationship is, the man I am, yada yada yada.
True.
It makes sense to the idea of you probably just haven't figured yourself out yet, and you just need to really build more onto yourself where your self-respect is so high you're never in a situation like that again.
Yeah.
And so from there you will see that the point we're trying to make of like, dude, you don't need to be in a relationship like that, because the very most important one is how you get her is how you lose her, and two, you shouldn't be doing that to another man that you know nothing about, right? Because from her perspective, the relationship is hollow, yada yada.
Not to him though.
To him, he could be feeling the exact same way you're feeling, and you're enabling this woman to fucking do that to him, you know? So that's what we're getting at, is like, if you feel fucked up, imagine how he feels not knowing, and it's probably going to get sprung on him out of nowhere, like, oh, one summer evening, and then she's out of there with you, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
I totally forgot about the one summer evening.
One summer evening, dude. You're cooking another man, dude. You're helping that man get an awful one summer evening, dude.
Man.
MJ ran out on her fucking wedding day to go be with Spider-Man, dude.
God,
that man was like, I'm getting married. All he got was a handwritten letter like, see ya, bitch.
Dude.
And she ran in her wedding dress to go fucking be with Spider-Man.
Dude, that's crazy.
Hey, I'm telling you, that's what you're helping sign that man up for, bro.
Yeah.
You got to start thinking about this a little deeper. Fuck. And that's why I'm like, it really, for me, right, I get where you're coming from, because emotions can be strong, right? You meet her at work, you click real hard, she's doing stuff for you, she's giving that wife energy, yada yada, right? And for you, you're like, damn, like this is what I deserve. This is great, you know? And then from there, you find out it may not be what it is. And then you're like, all right, dude, now this kind of hurts, you know? But you got to look past the idea of, once you really fully see the point of you get her or you lose her how you get her, you'll understand that if she's not single and actively pursuing you like that, getting her from another relationship is just going to be how you lose her. And then you'll start to see like, all right, it's never going to be worth my time to ever entertain a woman like this.
Yeah, bro. This is literally how she's going to be right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is literally what he's talking about. Ain't no caps in my man's raps. Look at her. Gone! She is gone, bruh. She said deuces.
Deuces, bro. Is the letter part in here?
I think so. I think so.
It should be after that, cause
is it after it?
No, not after that part, but like, let's see, a little bit further than that, forward.
Oh, forward.
Yeah. Cause like she leaves there and then.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Here.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the lady runs out with like a little letter.
Yeah. She does, and she gives it to homeboy.
Yeah.
Cause she's supposed to come out at this point.
Yeah. Here comes the bride.
Yep.
Fucking Harry's over there like, fucking bitch. We were supposed to be doing something. She not coming out.
He like, where's she at? Look, even old boy like, where's
And that man was none the wiser. Had no idea any of that was going to happen. Like, I can't wait to see my beautiful wife, love of my life. We're going to have kids, rest of our lives together.
Like, is she going to show
And you're fucking sitting on your bed like, yeah, she going to be running to me. Yay. No,
bro.
You're helping her one summer evening, and then she going one summer evening you, too.
Yeah.
It's going to be a trend.
Yeah, man, because if she's willing to do that to you, bro, if she's willing to do that to him, she's willing to do it to you.
Yes.
It's just the way it goes, man. It's just the way it goes. Yeah, I had to pull that up. I was like, I know exactly what clip you're talking about. I know exactly what clip.
And there's going to be people out there that'll say like, oh, well, you know, she might just be in a bad relationship and she's like looking for something else. then be single first.
Exactly. Like, granted, let's say she is in a shitty relationship. Let's say he's beating her.
Yeah.
Let's say, he's the worst man on planet Earth.
Yep.
He's raping her. Let's say that.
Yeah.
She does not need to then jump into another relationship.
Yeah.
If you're in a bad relationship, the one that makes you feel hollow and all this kind of stuff, dude, you need to do some soul searching first.
Yes.
You need to kind of find you, love yourself first, then get in another relationship. You don't just hop to another motherfucker because you want to know what you're doing. You're taking all that baggage, you're taking all that shit, and you're going right to the next relationship and wondering why this next relationship isn't working. Wondering why this relationship now feels hollow.
Yep. You're moving out from one relationship and then you're dumping your shit at another dude's door instead of moving to your own apartment, getting everything organized, unpacking, reminiscing, getting rid of shit you don't need to have anymore, having your space clean and organized, and then inviting someone else into that space.
Yeah,
and that's what we're getting at, brother. Like, I like I said, I understand where you're coming from, because it's like I never felt this way about a woman. Cool. But you got to now take this experience, learn from it, understand that these are signs of a bad woman, and you should not be entertaining that stuff.
Yeah, women like that, you should not give them your time. Be able to find a girl that's going to be right for you. She's going to take that time to be single and unpack and find herself.
Otherwise, she going to be like MJ, smiling hard as fuck.
That's going to be you getting the fucking letter, bruh. Let me see if I can get that still of that nigga's face. Because that boy was...
Look how pissed he is.
Look at him.
It'll pop up. Look how angry that man.
That's going to be you,
dude.
Bruh.
He probably turning into a villain after that.
100%.
He's going to be a villain.
100%.
That's going to be you, though.
That's going to be your face. You're going to be sitting there like, damn.
Yeah.
Because he knows where she's going.
Yes.
he knows exactly where she's going, bruh. He knows. He don't think. He doesn't have an inclination. He knows exactly where she's going, bruh.
Another dude.
Yep. So hey, man. Hey, we just trying to be here, man. We look at, like I said, no caps on our raps, baby. We'll show you.
MJ's like the perfect example of that, because she fucked with Peter, she fucked with Harry, she fucked with
whoever that dude is.
Flash, she fucked with that dude, and then she just kept rotating until she was like, you know what, I want to be with Spider-Man.
And then Spider-Man was like, bitch, I don't want you no more.
Yeah, I'm gonna go black suit, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
Exactly, yep. And then she's like, but I gave you a chance.
Yeah, well,
bitch, I think Black Suit Spider-Man was probably the realest nigga in the MCU,
best
bro.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, he was the realest nigga in the MCU, bro.
Yep.
Swear to God. I wish I still had that video of Mary Jane jumping off the fucking... I can play the clip, actually. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
I can fucking play the clip.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we gotta see it again. Black Suit Spider-Man, like, fucking idiot. All right, going to the club or some shit, dude.
Yeah. I can play the motherfucking clip right here.
Mary Jane, will you marry me?
Nope.
Mary Jane! Why did you do that?
To prove to myself that you'll always be there for me when it really counts. You will, won't you, Peter?
No, bitch, I'm gonna drop you.
Yeah, no.
No.
Black Suit Spider-Man was like, damn, she gonna be a stain on the pavement,
Yo,
bro.
he gonna be like, damn. Done. Like, bruh.
Especially because she was fucking with Harry and Flash and all these other dudes. You know what I mean? He like,
damn, bruh.
I'm not jumping down for that.
Fuck no.
Stupid. You was about to get married and then you ran away on the wedding day.
Fat.
Stupid. What the fuck? Stay there. Now you can't hurt no one else. You can't one summer evening anyone else.
Yeah.
This was a favor.
Man.
This was a favor
to all the men in New York.
Yes.
This is a favor to your ass.
I'm still doing my heroly duties by letting you.
Oh shit!
Oh, God. Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck. That is so true, bro. That is so true, man. He is doing his heroic duties. Oh, so no man's got to deal with that bitch.
Yeah.
Bro.
Holy shit.
Oh fuck, man, that's funny.
That's hilarious. That's good. That's good shit.
Oh Jesus, yeah, that was
Stupid
funny.
ass Mary Jane, bro.
Stupid, bro.
You know who's not doing that? Gwen Stacy.
100%.
She's not doing that.
Gwen is a down ass bitch, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
I really think when
She
they
died for her Spider-Man.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And I think they had to reboot Mary Jane in the newest one because they saw how bad they made Mary Jane look, bro.
Yeah.
They were like, oh my God, we made Mary Jane look so bad, bro.
Oh, shit.
We made Spider-Man look like the biggest cuck in the MCU, bro.
Yeah.
And we didn't even realize we were doing it.
Yep.
Like, bro, she was a hoe, man.
Yes, yeah.
Mary Jane was a hoe, bro.
No.
I guarantee you Stan Lee was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. He did not realize what he was doing, bro, in the early 2000s. He did not. He thought he was cooking with that Mary Jane.
Yeah, nah. Mary Jane, Black Suit Spider-Man would have been like, fuck, dude.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
so great for letting that happen.
Pretty much. Because Black Suit Spider-Man was just like, bitch, get out my face.
Yeah.
That nigga had some self-respect.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro.
He had fucking MJ at the place where Gwen was playing, right? Or was like performing or something.
yeah.
Yeah. He had both of them in the same room. Like, yeah, there's your competition. What do you think?
You're fat.
Yep. Black Suit Spider-Man was that man, bro.
He was, bro. He was that nigga, man. He was that nigga. Hey, like we said, bro, we say all this to illustrate that you got to be careful with the women that you involve yourself with, because women like this are very predatory, man. They will use you and abuse you, and they have no problem doing it. Yeah. And they will sit there and call their ex or even you hollow and useless and this and that just to justify what it is that they want. Yeah. And you don't want to be that guy on the receiving end of that. Yes, you know. And like you said, hit that nigga up too. You know what I mean? Be like, hey, bro, your girl out here doing this and that. And, you know, I thought she was single. Yeah. We was making out in the office and all. Hey, I'm just letting you know, pimp. Yeah. You know, because I always say it on the show, I am not dying for a woman. Yeah. Because I don't know how this dude's going to react. Yeah. Like say you were messing with some girl, and then her dude finds out and you were like, I thought you were fucking single, and this nigga's willing to shoot you over this bitch, and you're like, yo, hold up, bro, and he's like, nah, nigga, no, you was over here doing this, you was over here doing it, you knew, and you're like, no, I didn't know, bro, now I got a gun to my face, and it like, nah, man, I'm just not, I'm not, and that's why I tell dudes, I'm like, don't fuck with girls that got boyfriends, leave them be, bro, like, nope. All right, let's get on to our next one, man. Okay, this one is titled Avoiding Kissing, ? It was my third date with this gorgeous girl, 30 female. She drove 2 hours to see me, and every date prior, we have had a great time. This date was the same, yet initially on my first attempt to kiss her, she showed me her cheek instead of her lips. Later on in the night, she was much more receptive to kissing. We go back to my place and she's not really interested in kissing anymore or doing anything intimate for that matter. We slept on the same bed but didn't do anything sexual at all. Next day, I tried kissing and she's receptive but doesn't seem interested at all, so I stop even trying. At this point, she doesn't really seem into me and I think I should just stop seeing her, but she said she wants to go out with me still. Not sure how I am even feeling about that, bro. Did you not just learn anything from the Mary Jane segment we just did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, do we gotta play the video again for you, my nigga? Like, bro, she's just not that interested in you, man. She is playing her cards, and she's playing you enough to make you feel like she likes you, but she doesn't.
That's exactly outlined perfectly to the T, right?
Yeah,
she likes what you do for her. She's not attracted to you.
Yeah.
It's very easy, very simple, especially with the idea of like she wasn't interested in fucking you or anything like that. She slept in the same. Pick any woman out of a crowd and ask her, oh yeah, would you sleep in the same bed as a man but not fuck him?
A man that you like.
A man that you like.
A man that you like, and by the way, not just a man.
Well, I would say arguably just a man anyways, because if she didn't like him, she's not sleeping in the same bed. If she did like him, they're gonna fuck. You know what I mean? So it's like there's not really an in-between, right? I guess there's special cases, right? But generally speaking, if she doesn't like him like that, they're not sleeping on the same bed. If she does like him like that, they're not sleeping while they're in that bed together. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm getting at, right? Is she's just not attracted to you. She likes what you do for her, but she's not attracted to you. You gotta just cut your losses and leave, skedaddle, bounce, right?
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's true, man. And I just don't know why a lot of guys put themselves through that. See, the thing is here is a saying I'm gonna leave for you, brother. And I think this is something you need to take, not with a grain of salt, but to heart, is that don't ever believe what a woman says.
Yeah.
Believe what she does.
Yeah.
All right? Don't ever believe what she says. Believe what she does. She's sitting here telling you, oh, no, I like you and I want to go out with you. But then her actions don't show that.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So that goes to show you, because a lot of dudes sit there and they do this to me, man. I'll tell them something. I'll be like, bro, she's not really that interested in you. What she's doing is she doesn't want to be single. Okay, she's monkey branching you.
Yeah.
She's using you as an in-between guy, so that way she could be in a relationship, but she's not single, and she gets a little benefit. She gets the masculine energy and this and that and yada yada yada. And then what she's gonna do is once she finds that guy that she actually wants to be with, then guess what? She's gonna be with him. She's gonna leave you in the dust, bro.
Facts.
Monkey branched instantly because you're the placeholder guy that's just in the middle.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why you let yourself be this monkey branching in the middle guy is because that you believed everything that she told you.
Yeah.
You didn't believe her actions.
Yes.
In the times when she didn't want to sleep with you, in the times that she didn't want to kiss you, in the times that she didn't want to do all these things. Bro, she was telling you plain and clear what her intentions were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you were too stupid. Like, oh, yeah, no, she told me she liked me, though. She told me that she want to be with me, though. And you guys do this all the fucking time. Oh, but Aaron, she told me that she liked me, though. She told me that she cares about me. Oh, she told me, she did this for me. She made me cupcakes. She did me that. Bro, because she's doing the bare minimum to stay with you.
Yeah.
But the moment she finds that dude, bro, she's gone.
God.
She's gone.
She gonna be running, smiling in that wedding dress that you bought her.
Damn.
Happy as fuck.
Damn, bro. Yep.
Going to another dude's house.
Yep. She's going to be... let me get her face real quick.
Yeah. Happy as fuck. Cheesing,
bro.
Yeah.
Like, bruh. Like, that's going to be her, man.
Yeah.
That's her right there.
Cheesing.
She's just cheesing, bruh. Just happy as fuck. Yay. Happy as fuck. Yeah. She going to her new guy.
Never believe what a woman says. Never.
Just don't.
Never.
Believe
There's no reason to.
Yeah, believe what she does.
Don't
believe what she says.
Yep.
Okay?
Yes.
It's just true.
If she says she hates you and sticks around, believe those actions. She loves you. She's infatuated with you.
Oh yeah, because you want to know what? Have you ever seen? I'm sure you've been in this situation where a female friend of yours or a girl that you knew, maybe to a friend or whatever, she's like, "Oh my god, I can't stand this dude. He's so annoying, this and that," and she fucks him.
Yes. Yep. That is the key. How you know, right? Say your girl is like venting to you. She's like, "Oh, this dude at work has just been bothering me." That like bothering me, right? What she's bothered by is she hasn't fucked him yet.
Yeah.
And she's just waiting for the perfect opportunity. Like, oh, he's so annoying. He gets on my nerves, yada, yada, yada. She just has frustration that she's not getting blown out by him yet. And that's where she's getting at. You know what I mean? You gotta.
And she doesn't want to look like a hoe.
Yes.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
She don't want to look like a hoe. She don't want to look like she's too easy. She doesn't want to look like she was just willing to give it up to this nigga, but she is.
Yep.
If he asked, if he's just like, hey, you want to fuck? She'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Oh, thank God. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, like, bro, that's what it is. She just don't want to look like a whore.
Yep.
And that's why she's going to sit there and be like, oh, no, I hate him. He's annoying. I don't like him like that. If you hear that from a girl, bro, run.
Yeah.
Fucking run.
And if you hear... I know you're going to go to your girl and probably have a conversation. If you hear she's like, I do like you, I just need some time. Decisions aren't made with time. They're made with information, right? And she has all the information that she needs to keep you around with the idea of, yeah, just sprinkle in some, some words of like affirmation and yada yada yada, and you'll stick around, right?
Yeah.
Because and when I say decisions don't need time, what I mean is after those couple experiences with the dates that you guys had, she's already made up her mind, right? Obviously nothing's instant, but if she's like, yeah, I just need a little bit of time to like really get to know you before I'll kiss you or whatever the fucking case may be, she's lying. What she's waiting for is another opportunity to come around where she can find another dude that she'll kiss on the first date and probably go home with on the first date.
Oh, 100%.
So
100%. So, yeah, man, like I said, we're just letting you know, dude, it's like, it just believe her actions, not her words.
Yes.
All right, let's get on to the next one. All right, it's gonna be our last one for today's episode. Am I wrong for feeling cheated on? Okay. My boyfriend of 6+ months confessed to me this morning that he had sex with his manager. They had flirted very heavily together previously, which I was okay with, especially after he sent his manager a text setting boundaries for their relationship, stating that they'd never become a thing, nor would they have any sex together. However, they hung out outside of work yesterday, and my boyfriend told me how his manager made a move on him. He encouraged my boyfriend to sit still or sit close to him. Or I think she meant she encouraged my boyfriend to sit
unless
close
the
to him.
manager's a boy, but
I don't know. That's true, huh? Before groping and kissing him, followed by a makeout session, my boyfriend giving him, oh no, it's a dude. This is a dude. Because she said followed by a makeout session, my boyfriend giving him an HJ. And his hand rubbing on and making out with him a few more times before dropping him off at home. His manager never once explicitly asked for consent, and my boyfriend is aware he's just being used for sex. However, he said in the moment it felt good outside of feeling guilty for cheating, and he ultimately reciprocated the gestures, though never initiated anything himself the whole time. I feel extremely conflicted on this. I understand that it technically count as assault due to the passes being made without any asking beforehand. However, I still feel betrayed due to the reciprocation.
I mean, sorry. Are you done?
No.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Especially since he's continued to be friends with him after this. They have plans to hang out again, and they still talk regularly, with my boyfriend saying that he generally enjoys him as a person, and even that they make out, that the making out wasn't that bad. He talked about planning to see what he can get out of him, and even joked about asking him to get him Discord Nitro in return, okay? Letting him touch my chest. Am I wrong for feeling betrayed by this?
What I was gonna say is the person writing in also a male?
I don't think. I'm not 100% sure. It just says my boyfriend. I'm assuming it's a dude.
Okay.
Because at first I was like, okay, this is probably a female, and he cheated on her, her with a coworker. But it might be a dude.
Well, so yeah, like the reason I say that because I know a lot of people when you're dating opposite genders and have said, I know a lot of people that have said doing stuff with the same gender is not considered cheating because it's.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
It's not the opposite gender, right? It's not has nothing to do with them, right? But that's why I'm just asking because I'm like, if it's you two are boyfriends and your boyfriend's cheating with his male manager, then it's like, yeah, I would consider that cheating because that's either way I would say it's cheating, but it's a little bit more understandable with like a hetero couple and the dude's cheating with a dude where the confusion would come into play because like you may not have known, or you may think he's straight and he's just trying to play the role to get something out of it or whatever. But if it's you guys are all three men, then it's like, it's definitely cheating. Like he wasn't taken advantage of. He was absolutely,
he was willing.
He was willing, you know, he just wanted to cheat and was like, how can I play this to where it's not cheating and I get both at the same time? You know what I mean?
Like how can I work this out? Now my thing is did you guys establish you were in a relationship, or was this kind of an open relationship situation? Because I know a lot of like homosexual relationships tend to be open. You know, they kind of look at it like, you know, like you're my boyfriend and like we're together, but you know, we can kind of hop on Grindr and do our thing if we want to do that. Yeah, I have noticed that in my homosexual friends. They have told me that they're in relationships, but they can still like kind of do other shit. So do you guys have that kind of relationship? You know, I want to know. I was trying to even read, you know, through it to see if it was a girl or not, because if it's a girl, I don't know. Like, okay, let's give the fact pattern of it's a female doing this. What advice would you give? It's a girl that wrote in, and her boyfriend is giving HJs to another dude.
Yeah, I mean, I would still, along the same lines, probably say that no straight dude is gonna be just doing this shit for like some type of perks or benefits, unless the
100%.
manager is fucking a bazillionaire, right? But like, even still, I'm like, that would me. I would need some serious convincing to be like, all right, this dude's really doing it for the money or whatever.
Yeah.
But and that's what I'm getting at, is like, either way, it's still cheating. I don't know why you're saying like, I feel like I've been cheated on.
Yeah.
You have been cheated on right in front of your face. And like
told
you
you.
throwing in there like it was just without consent, whatever. It's like, well, the manager's not a fucking slave owner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't give consent. Yeah, push away. You're like, you assaulted me, get sued. You know what I mean? It's that simple.
I think the boyfriend in this situation probably came to, you know, the girl or the guy,
Okay.
whoever it is, and was probably like, oh yeah, no, he forced himself on me.
I could see that.
You know what I mean? And I think that's why they have the perspective that they do, where they're like, oh, is it cheating? Because my boyfriend, you know, he forced himself onto him. It's not like, you know, he's willing, but then later on he was willing.
Okay, let's just say in this scenario that he is being honest and he was forced, right?
Okay.
I feel like there's a certain point where it just becomes too much and you stop it, right? Because I say that because I've talked to a lot of women and like people that have been in those kind of scenarios where they're like, I kind of just didn't say anything because I felt like I didn't have a voice, or, you know, I didn't want to cause drama, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And I've known that up until a certain point is when they start to like, all right, you know what, I'm not going to take this anymore. And then they start doing like reports, suing, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So the idea is still, to go from like I've been assaulted to like now I'm an active participant, kind of tells me that like maybe it was a shocker at first, but like now it's like a fantasy he's fulfilling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say now at this point it's kind of cheating.
Oh yeah, 100%. I can agree with that. Maybe at first, this is the reason why I think he's lying.
Yeah.
And he wasn't assaulted or he wasn't forced on, is because if you're in that situation, you don't go back to that person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't go back to your abuser. You don't go back to your assaulter. Like, you don't do that. There was some level of like agreeance in this is what we're going to do. And like, I feel comfortable with this. You know what I mean? It may have like not felt like that. It's kind of like one of those things, like say if you were out with a girl and you progress things and you guys are at your house and you're trying to get her in the bed. So, you know, you're doing little things to kind of escalate. You're touching her. You're kind of, you know, getting her, like you're buttering her up type thing. She may feel like a little uncomfortable, but then like, oh, you know what? This is kind of nice. All right. I'm going to lean into it. I think that is what happened versus like, it was a full-on assault kind of thing. Yeah. And that's why he's just like, oh, no, I just want to see what I can get out of it. I think like what you said, he's just trying to get the best of both worlds. He's trying to be Hannah Montana over here and try to get the best. He's just like, I got this boyfriend, and then I got my little side piece that buys me shit and does stuff. You know, it's a sugar daddy kind of thing. Yeah. Like, he buys me stuff. He makes me feel special, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But then I have an actual relationship connection with you.
Yeah, and that to that point of like the whole like see what I can get out of the manager is like, all right, he probably is just trying to get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You know, which I mean, can't really fault him because, you know, much like women do, much like people that want to take advantage of anything do, like they'll just, you know, like
they'll play a role.
They play a role, and then like he gets bought stuff, and then you also, you know, he comes home to you, and you know he gives an HJ, gets an HJ at the house. I don't know, dude. You know what I mean? Like it's.
So gets an AJ, gives an AJ.
There's a balance, I guess, for him.
Yeah, it's an HJ balance.
Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah.
Oh shit. All right, man, but that's gonna go ahead and be it. Again, you got cheated on. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Bottom line, you got cheated on. They do with that what you will. You got cheated on.
Yeah.
Break up with them. Don't break up with them. That's up to you. We're just giving you information, perspective. But bottom line is you got cheated on. Whether this was a girl or a guy that sent this in, you got cheated on.
Facts.
All right, but that's gonna go ahead and be today's episode, man. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. This was a hoot of an episode, man.
Yeah,
I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for being here. You know, love having the Rig 4 over here all the time. I look forward to Sunday every single week. I won't lie to you. And I appreciate you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys for hanging out, all that good stuff. And I love you guys. I will see you guys on Tuesday. He'll see you guys next Sunday. And so patreon.com/MyLifeStyle Podcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show like these lovely people did for today. Audio listeners, keep downloading the episodes every week, as well as rating us 5 stars on your preferred platform. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing on YouTube. All of that is helpful tremendously. Go ahead and follow our boy over here on MikeLife333 on Instagram and TikTok. All the links are down in the description.
Yep. Thank you guys so much for your support. Like he said, these are just such great episodes for me. I look forward to them every Sunday. I love being able to support you guys, review the videos that you guys send in, respond to the DMs, all that kind of thing. So it definitely makes my days a lot better going through the week, knowing that like I can be an active participant, you know, with your DMs as well as on these Sunday shows. So thank you guys for your support, you know.
All right, man. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. He'll be back on Sunday. Peace.
Peace.